All right, so here's what I need everybody from everybody that's here. I need to know as much about The Godfather as possible in the next 20 seconds.
Okay, so he was in The Godfather 3.
Right, he was in 3. So do I need to know anything about Godfather 1 and 2?
That he wasn't in it.
That he wasn't in it. Good call. Good call. All right. I mean, I guess that'll work.
Look, he's great. I wonder if anyone can guess who we are talking about here. It's really kind of should be no secret. People should be able to guess it. Dun, 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 dun.
I don't know. Well, we're going to find
I'd love to know.
At least I'm going to find out a little bit about The Godfather now.
Yes.
You know, I've been given so much garbage over my life that I've never seen it. So now
you've got to know how you can call yourself a man and not have seen The Godfather. Hi. Here we go. We're about to do the introduction.
Am I hearing that right?
Yes. Randy has never seen The Godfather.
Randy, we're off to a bad start.
Well,
we are off to a bad start.
What is your point of reference in life? I mean, how do you make decisions?
All right, so we got the bio, and this is, I don't know if this is good or bad, but when I was in the Navy, everything started. If a terrorist wanted to bomb us, the time to do it is during General Hospital, because we stopped work.
Right.
To watch General Hospital.
Nice.
So I don't know if that makes up for it a little bit.
It's okay. A little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. So we've got two wonderful guests here who are. I'm just thrilled to meet both of you. I think it's fantastic, and who are going to be in the Tampa area, not too far away from now. And we've got actor, playwright, producer Ronnie Marmo. He's a 3-year series regular on General Hospital. Of course, all of us know General Hospital because it's been around before Jesus. And more than 70 films and TV credits, including guest star spots on CBS's Criminal Minds and Fox's Lethal Weapon. And we've also got next to us, so nice to meet you finally here, we've got actor, I almost don't even have to introduce. His credits are so long. It's crazy. But Joe Mantegna, great to meet you, star of CBS's Criminal Minds, The Godfather 3, in which Randy has not seen.
I will go watch it. I will go watch it when I get home.
It's unbelievable, Randy.
It is.
I think part of it is I can't sit still long enough to watch movies, so I just don't watch
put it
movies.
on and then pace around the house.
Or just take an Adderall, just take an Adderall and sit there and watch it.
Or do that.
But my favorite movie of all time, Glengarry Glen Ross. I think it's amazing.
Well, I did the play. I didn't do the movie, though.
Oh, you didn't. You did the play.
Pacino did my part in the movie, and I did it on Broadway. I won a Tony Award for it, so that's fine.
Yeah,
so it's your part.
And if I'm going to get replaced by somebody else, not a bad choice.
It is such a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful script. And so what you guys are doing now, tell us why you are going to be in the Tampa area.
We're going to go to Tampa in, I think it's around May 20th. It's on the website. We're going to play Tampa. I'm not a comedian. I'm Lenny Bruce. Awesome. It's a wonderful theater. And we're very excited. It's the Straz Theater in Tampa. I don't know if you guys have been there.
Yeah.
It's
we do a lot with those guys.
It's a big thrill to get to next weekend, actually. And then we'll be in Tampa and in Chicago throughout all that. And, it's really cool to bring Lenny Bruce to Florida because I feel like he's some way those are the people who, the older folks, some of the Jewish folks, people in certain areas in Florida who really, remember Lenny, loved Lenny. So I feel like we always thought Florida would be a great home for this show.
For sure. See, I can relate to this. I'm old and I'm Jewish.
Yeah, that's right.
so this is perfect.
You're not old enough for Lenny, but
no.
But, you get a little pass because you're Jewish.
And the great thing about Lenny Bruce, he really was one of the greatest original controversial comedians. He would talk about things and subjects that no one would talk about. He was tossed in jail several times. I mean, he really is, he made a mark in comedy, and he made a mark politically through comedy. And if you watch The Marvelous Miss Maisel, there's many references back to Lenny Bruce, and of course it's a wonderful show. You should watch that. My Jewish friend here talking about.
He's got to watch Godfather first.
Oh yes.
Don't watch Maisel before Godfather.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree with that.
When I'm not watching reruns of Criminal Minds, because I watch that a lot.
Oh, there you go. Now you're talking.
And so, Joe, you're actually the director of this, right?
Yeah, I'm not a comedian. I'm Lenny Bruce. Yeah, Ronnie came to me with this project a few years ago now. I mean, we've had successful runs in L.A., New York, Chicago. Now Chicago. We're currently running in Chicago, and it's a wonderful project that Ronnie just was infatuated by Lenny Bruce's life and material and all that, and created this, wonderful show. And he came to me with all this material, and I had him perform it for me, and I thought, yeah, I'm in to direct it. We changed some things, we restructured it, moved some stuff around, added some things, and it's worked out. And I think he does a marvelous job, and I'm just proud to be connected with it.
Let me ask you this, and we're here, at the Super Bowl, and we're talking football as well. And there's a lot of NFL players, Mr. Hayes, guys like that could probably not play today just because of the new rules of the NFL. The world that we live in today, could he have survived, in today's culture?
Well, I think so, because the Bill Burrs, the David Chappelles, the people like that are our modern day Lenny Bruces. So I think he would just be with those guys. And yeah, so I would say yes. But when you talk about cancel culture and free speech, Lenny was the first guy canceled, and so it was just a different time. And but yeah, no, I think these guys, the George Carlin's, Pryors, these guys, they really continued on Lenny's legacy. And I don't know if we anticipated. Joe said something earlier, and I think it's brilliant. It's like, in some ways, we've regressed before the 50s and 60s in some of this. We want to shut everyone up. We don't want to have any conversations. It's very dangerous. It's a very dangerous time.
Cancel culture. I want to ask you, when people tend to do life stories or, certain aspects of someone's life who is a legend like Lenny Bruce, how close did you keep it to the historical accuracy of his life?
Well, speaking for what my experience with it, with Ronnie, and also the fact that Kitty Bruce, Lenny's daughter, we were, as you can imagine, had some trepidation about, because she wanted to come see it. Of course, this is her father.
Yeah, does that make you nervous? I bet.
Well, there was a certain degree of nervousness. She saw the play. It is the one embracing of her father that she has embraced. In other words, she has been our biggest supporter. Which was just such a wonderful thing. I mean, God bless her, because obviously there's been movies about him, television things, articles. She saw Ronnie do this 90-minute show about Lenny Bruce, about her dad, and she was able to say, yes, this is it. This is the Lenny Bruce that I feel is what it's. This is the truth. This is what it's about.
It's kind of the ultimate compliment.
That is the
Isn't
ultimate
that?
It's the biggest review. I mean, it's like, and I would send her little clips of like some of the harder parts in the show. Just so it took her a year to see it. She wanted to take a year. She had to like really get ready,
wow.
Some of it's really emotional. It's very funny. I don't want anyone to think it's a big downer, but it's a tragedy, and it's the whole thing. But yeah, no, it's the biggest compliment that she said. It's the best portrayal of my father I've ever seen. She said that publicly, and so that's like the review. It's like, how do you play somebody's dad? I don't know who would play my dad. I mean, Joe, maybe you could.
Well, no, about
you
that.
could play my dad. Actually,
Yeah.
I'm going to write that.
I'm old enough to be a dad, but that's about it.
Before I ask the final question,
You both got the East Coast thing going on too.
who you're picking for the game on Sunday, where can people in Tampa, in West Palm, where can they get tickets?
Well, LennyBruceOnStage.com has all the info. But to follow all of the social medias, I think it's I Am Lenny Bruce on Facebook and Instagram. And yeah, we try to stay up to date and everything. So really, if you just search I Am Lenny Bruce or Lenny Bruce on Stage, you'll get all the info. Or if you're in Tampa, you can go directly to Strauss. Yeah.
Awesome. Looking forward to it. Before we let you go, who are you picking on Sunday?
I got to go Rams. I mean, I've lived in California longer than I actually lived in Chicago, which is where I'm born, and I'm a huge fan of all the Chicago teams. But since, the Bears didn't make it this year, I got to go Rams.
I'm a huge Steeler fan, which is a problem because the Bengals are in our division. I have a little crush on Burrow and the team, and it's hard to admit. I love this guy. So I'm going to go Rams because I've been here for 22 years, but I hope he puts up an awesome game. And going to be a thorn in our side for the next 2 decades, I think, in our division. But so I'm going to say Rams, but it's hard not to root for them, the Bengals.
Hey, you hoping the Steelers pick up a big name? What's kind of your thought now that Roethlisberger has,
Listen,
retired?
I'd love Wilson or Rodgers, although Rodgers is kind of a big baby in some ways. I don't know, but I'd like him on my team.
In some ways?
Well, I'd like him on my team.
Wouldn't we all? If we were in Tampa, we would love to have Aaron Rodgers. Can you imagine?
I'll take Jimmy G. I really will. He's a really good quarterback. We got nice receivers around. I'll take Jimmy G. People think he's not that great. Well, I'd love to have him on the Steelers, right?
And I think Tampa would love to have him as well.
Oh, absolutely.
Guys, thank you very much for your time.
Thank
Looking
you.
forward to when you come to Tampa. Maybe we can hook up.
I would love that.
Matter of fact, Matt, I'll give you 30 seconds. Plug the pizzeria, and we can bring the guys via the limo.
If you don't see Godfather before, we can't see each other.
Okay. How about
Thank
this?
you.
I promise I'll watch The Godfather. I'll have Steve pick you guys up in our limo and bring you to the pizzeria.
Deal.
All right?
That's done.
We'll get all the
thank
details.
you again.
Thank you very much, guys.
Ronnie Marmo and Joe Mantegna. Not a comedian. I'm Bruce, coming to this.
We'll be right back.